Okay, welcome everybody to another Modern League. Going to be playing some combo today. This list I saw in the one of the 5.0 dumps. I've always been a big fan of Saheeli Felidar Guardian combo. So this is by stefanocanclini. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. If they do happen to stumble across this, but yeah, the idea being that we are sort of mid-range deck. We've got all the good stuff that you can expect in Modern. We got Flades. We got Teferi, Fable, Prismatic Ending, Orange Chant, things like that, Solitude. And we are a Balemurk Solitude deck. So we are, and Overlord works well with the combo for a couple of reasons. So firstly, Balemurk can find either part. So that is a reason to not play Splinter Twin in the Felidar Guardian slot in this deck. So this one, when it enters, you can mill 4 cards and then you can return a creature or planeswalker, so you can get either part of the combo. Also mulligans, also mills things for Flage, which is very nice. We have, and also if we play Overlord on turn 2 or 3 and then play Felidar Guardian, we're able to blink it and it just becomes an Overlord again. If people haven't seen this combo before, Saheeli Rai and Felidar Guardian on the battlefield is an infinite combo. So we can minus to create a copy of Felidar Guardian. It gains haste. Felidar Guardian blinks Saheeli Rai, and then you make another copy, just like very similar to Splinter Twin. Yeah, we're a binding deck because we are running 4 colours. We're not in green, is the only colour we are foregoing. But you know, once you're in 4 colours, you might as well splash green with the Abzan Triome in order to turn on Leyline Binding. Sideboard looks really clean. We've got 4 Charmor for the big mana matchups, Stony Silence for things like Breach, Dragons Magistrate for Storm, a load of consigns and stuff, which you just always play now, and some Surgical Extractions for those pesky combos. So yeah, really excited to play this. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and a huge thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Please do consider hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you're interested in getting into Magic Online, Manatraders have been kind enough to provide me with a affiliate link and voucher code. So if you look up in the top right, there should be a code up there that you can use, and that will get you, you'll obviously get me some little things, and it will also, I think in your 3rd month of subscription, gives you 40% of the monthly subscription cost back. So yeah, and do reach out if you know, if you've got any questions about anything like that. So let's see what we have here. So we have, this is good if we can find lands. Yeah, I think I'm happy keeping this on the draw in the blind. Like, we're able to go turn 1 Prismatic Ending, potentially turn 2 Prismatic Ending. We are base Jeskai. We can't cast this Overlord at the moment. Let's see, Marsh Flats. So this could be black-white. Okay, Ethervar, so yeah, we're just going to Prismatic Ending that one. That's a good draw. That's actually a really good draw. So let's go Prismatic Ending here. So not, yeah, kind of the mirror here. Temporary Lockdown, probably not going to be the best. Okay, Arena of Glory. So yeah, just going to go for the Overlord. Impend. So this could be Ophelia. Ophelia into Overlord. Okay. Looking for Saheeli, really. Yep, we do have Ophelia. That's fine. Yes, we'll return. We've got a Felidar Guardian. I think I'm going to return Witch Enchanter. Witch Enchanter, good to deal with the opponent's stuff. Like, if they go for Overlord here and blink it, we're in a little bit of trouble. Okay, Recruiter of the Guard. They'll probably get Solitude. Yeah. So yeah, going to be a little bit difficult to combo off with their hands filled with Solitudes. They have 4 cards in hand. After this, see what else they get. They get a White Orchid Phantom. Okay, so I think now we just go Prismatic Ending the Ophelia. And then we don't really want to expose our Arena of Glory. So I guess we'll just go Arid Mesa Pass. We do obviously have the Overlord on Impend as well. Prismatic Ending, very very impressive here. I'm not actually sure how many basics we run. Guess we'll find out now. Yeah. Okay, so we don't run a basic. Okay, so let's get right. What can this get? Really want to get Abzan Triumph, but we're not going to now. So this one will get Thundering Falls. So let's get Plains here. And then this turn we're just going to play Felidar Guardian, I think. It depends what the opponent does a little bit. Obviously they can Solitude something. Okay, go get Thundering Falls. Ooh. Yeah, we'll graveyard the Flade. We do have Arena of Glory to do that. Okay, there's a Solitude. So now we go Arena. We could cast a Flage. It would. If it draws out the Solitude, I'm kind of fine with that. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I shouldn't have bothered hasting it, actually. So let's go kill White Orchid Phantom. If they go for Ephemerate, we'll Solitude whatever they go for. Okay, Solitude pitching Skyclave is nice. They fetch a Shadowy Backstreet. But yeah, we'll just take the 2 for 1 here. They put a card on top. We gain a load of life. We kill their thing. Like, obviously that's pretty huge. You know, we just I don't know how many for 1 that was. They played a Godless Shrines. I don't know what they've got in hand, but we're just going to Felidar Guardian now. So we go land. Don't want to get mountain. Definitely wants to be white, although it can't be white, so actually we need to get Blood Crypt. The mana on this does seem a little awkward. So we can just go Felidar Guardian. Flicker the Overlord. Yep. Get Overlord again. Yep. We'll find a Solitude. So we're kind of the same, a very similar deck to the opponent. Wait for them to... they can flicker something of ours, but... Just wait for them to flicker something here. Yeah. Solitude, Exile, Temporary Lockdown. Lockdown's not great here. Just eat the Recruiter. If they ephemerate it, we'll Solitude again. The opponent just doesn't have anything in hand. Yep, double Solitude, and that'll be enough for the game. Because we get to buy these Solitudes back when we attack with the Overlord, so yeah. So we didn't show the opponent our combo. What do we want? I don't think we want necessarily to board in anything. You know, this is a grindy matchup, which we're already fine into. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Is no good. Surgical. Oh, we probably want Consign, actually. Consign's very good against this deck. Lockdown is not very good. So I think we just take out 3 Lockdown, bring in 3 Consigns. Yeah, I think that's fine. Happy with that. Yeah, the mana base seems a bit awkward. We have quite a few Surveil lands. Wonder if we want to play more basics. But yeah, maybe something to work on. Okay, so yeah, this is fine. Again, got part of the combo. We can go and get Abzan Triome. Yeah, Abzan Triome in order to binding on to. Yeah, we like Teferi. Let's use the Flooded Strand and pass. So yeah, Abzan Triome and then Thundering Falls is what we're after. It's good to play Fetch Land here as well. Because it can't be got by... yeah, can't be got by... What's it? The 2 mana... Night White Orchid Phantom. So we can just go and get the Indatha Triome. I don't think we're going to go and get... Yeah, so play another land and pass. I don't think we need to do this right away because they might go for something like Flicker Wisp. I guess we get punished by... Okay, White Orchid Phantom. So we need to do this now. The trouble is we can't actually... There's no point in surveilling. So we'll just grab Steam Vents. And then binding. Could have Orium's chanted there, I suppose. I'm going to go after the Overlord because it's so bad if the opponent ephemerates here. So we'll go and get planes. Now this is a little bit awkward because I don't... If we go to... We could go to Fairy Plus. Fairy Plus puts it to 5, but then... What about Saheeli Plus? Scry 1. I'm just afraid of getting ephemerated here. I think I'm just going to go for the ending. I think is slightly better. I guess we could just hold up Orium's chant. What about to Fairy Plus? I actually quite like Teferi Plus because then they can't ephemerate it next turn. Yeah, okay. I've sold myself on that. So we'll go Flow Strand, Fetch Shock, get, I think, Hallowed Fountain because Godless Shrine can be gotten with this one. So yeah, let's go Hallowed Fountain, 15, Teferi. Teferi not seeing as much play as I would have thought at the moment. Okay, that just resolves, so we could actually now just bounce. Oh, do they play Bowmasters? Like, bounce this. I'm actually just going to bounce it. I think that's just better here. Like, they play it again, we go and get a basic. Like, Bowmasters is then bad, but just slowing them down I think is fine. Draw Saheeli. They play Bog at Bog. Which Enchanter? That's pretty good. Okay, Leyline Binding may not be that great here. Okay, they get Emperor of Bones back. That's not great. Okay, so we're going to want to kick Orim's Chant. So let's go plus here. So we kick Orim's Chant. They can't attack or play spells. I can't get anything down. So yeah, we just go Thundering Falls. We're looking for, I guess, Felidar Guardian. I'm going to graveyard that one. Let's go cast with Kicker. So this stops them doing anything this turn. Well, apart from playing a land, obviously. We can Prismatic Ending this. It's the Overlord that's a problem. Flage is a weird one. So we can go Flage, kill this. That's plus here. Although Flage actually... Trouble with Flage is they just go Emperor... Oh, what did they return? I think they returned Emperor of Bones. Yeah, so they've got an Emperor of Bones in hand. We can't Prismatic Ending this. I think we just have to go... Can't Prismatic this either. So if we go Flage, kill this. We could Prismatic this instead, or we just go Saheeli. Let's fetch a Surveil land. Go and get Shadowy Backstreet. Well, let's Felidar Guardian. So we'll put that on top. If we go Saheeli and plus, I think it's just Saheeli. We do have a spare Saheeli. Top that. But they're just gonna, well, they're just gonna kill both our Planeswalkers. Okay, well, Teferi will live at this point. Maybe we should be siding out the bindings. Oh, they get Skyclave Apparition. Yep, I'll deal with Teferi. Yeah, we're just out of gas now. Although, right, so now we can go... Now we're actually pretty good. Now that they played that out, they can go and get Solitude. So let's just go... Prismatic here. I guess I could have Ephemerate. Flage. Hit the Skyclave. I guess if they ephemerate that, it's bad for us. But we gain some life, make a blocker, which is good. Okay, Fatal Push. We can escape Flage next turn, potentially. Okay, they have another Emperor of Bones, which is pretty good. So they're gonna... Yeah, we'll go and get our mountain. Another Phantom, so that does wasteland us. We can still escape Flage. Oh no, because they have Emperor of Bones. Yep. I think we're just dead now. And they have Solitude. I think we can just go to the next game. Save some time on the clock. Do you want more Orim's chant? Like the E9 binding was pretty awkward there. I think Trimmer binding for the last consign, I think, is probably best. Because that Witch Enchant is just so good against it. Again, this is awkward. Like it's fine. I don't think I want to mulligan. That we have. Yeah, we can surveil, try and look for some gas. Teferi overperformed a bit there. I'm just gonna binding that. It's like it's also low. Oh, that's a good draw. Yeah, it's low impact. If they get it back, yeah, we'll put that one on the top. Binding the Vial. We just get to play Fable next turn, which is nice. Fable plays quite well with Felidar as well. Just gonna shock this in. Fable. Don't see as many Fables these days either. Boros preferring Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, we do have Philia. I wonder if I meant to Solitude the Philia. Depends what they... Oh, they could get rid of our... They could get rid of this, which is a bit rough. But that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Like, not making the mana is obviously a little bit painful, but... Okay, yep. Go and get a white source. Consign's nice. I kind of want all these cards. I think. I kind of want to just Solitude one of these. Or we could go Felidar Blink. Actually, yeah, I like Felidar Blink. So let's go. What do we need? We need. Let's get blue and white. Hallowed Fountain. So if we go Felidar Blink this, and then Solitude Philia. Could blink the binding. And then Solitude, they just have nothing. No, flicker this. Make that. Yeah, then just pass. If they really want to flicker this, I think that's okay. Okay, Fatal Push. Sure. So they can flicker the White Orchid. Do we just Solitude here? Don't think so. block. Maybe we're meant to hold up consign instead. Because you can consign this trigger and it just stops the thing coming back in forever. Okay, they go after that. Okay, so now I will Solitude. We get to eat the Ephemerate as well. Get our mountain. Hopefully, I mean, if we draw Saheeli, we win the game. Flage is really nice. Ooh, I actually don't think. Yeah, I'm going to discard Flage here. Cast it. Yeah, that's really nice. Kill this. Opponent kept obviously a land light hand with a Ether Vial. If we can untap, we just probably win. There's another Flage. We can okay, so we can consign our own Flage trigger, which is interesting. But we don't want to do that. Obviously, we're not going to play another Flage. Yeah, we're so far ahead here. If they go for Philia, we're just binding it here. Because yeah, they flicker our Flage, and then it goes. I mean, we get life, but like life and damage, which maybe would have been good enough, but yeah, it's binding. Okay, so 1-on-1 versus not quite the mirror. I mean, we were just we were playing a similar game. The combo didn't come up at all, but our splashes were quite effective against what they were trying to do, like Flage gaining life. Our removal lines up quite well. You know, playing the same game, but we have some higher impact cards, I think. So yeah, 1-0. Let's move on to round number 2. Right, on the play here, binding turn 2 into Fable. I think that's a reasonable game plan. Yep, so we're getting Abzan Triome here. Abzan Triome and then Thundering Falls. Eldrazi Temple. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Don't really care enough to just binding that one, I don't think. Okay, we just draw the Steam Vents. I think Surveilling is good. They play Saga. Okay, so this is probably Fleshraker. Okay, so we do want to binding that one. We'll top that, I think. Binding here. How likely is it that they... I kind of want to leave up binding here. How likely is it that they just go Broodscale? Do they have enough mana to Broodscale equip? So they go Forest, say, Broodscale. No, they can't do it this turn, I don't think. So we'll play out our Fable. Because generating mana is nice when we've got a combo that costs total 7. They play Beseiju. Prismatic Ending. Yeah, so we'll discard just a land. I think I quite like everything else. That's actually really nice. Because we can go Witch Enchanter, Destroy Saga, Hold Up Binding. Cast this. Destroy Saga. They make a construct. But we wasteland them. Okay, still have binding. Okay, we cast Ancient Stirrings, see what they reveal. We can also use Saheeli to create a copy of Witch Enchanter if we really want, which, given that they found it as a saga, is something we're going to go for here. Again, I think we're in, I don't know, this deck can just win out of nowhere. Soul Cauldron is interesting. Right, Ballista on 0. So do we now have to go binding the Cauldron? I think so. They do that. They put a counter here. They can remove. That's fine. Okay. Draw another copy of Saheeli. So let's go cast. So we go ending, Saheeli, hold up binding. Yeah, ending here. We can actually now just attack with everything. Makes another treasure. Saheeli. Don't actually know what happens if we copy this with this. I think it will become a reflection, but oh, it would have gained. Oh, it would have gained haste. Okay, so we could have hit in for an extra few points of damage there. Okay, so we get to hold up Leyline Binding, Stirrings again. They find Kozilek's Command. Okay, Ballista for 1 is fine. If they, okay, they exile their own Ballista. Okay, so they're going to try and put a counter on this, which means they can ping something. So now we do just want to go Leyline Binding. Just going to binding the Walking Ballista, and then we can just keep, yeah, we just keep now Witch Enchanting, Reflectioning the Witch Enchanter and destroying all of their artifacts. So yeah, that felt good. So we probably want Consign and Stony Silence. Temporary Lockdown. They do run Beseiju. Is this a game where we cut the combo? Like we can just cut Saheeli's. What do we think? We could also bring in Charm Orb, but I think it's less effective here. Solitude is very good. I think Overlord, I could see trimming an Overlord or two. So we want to bring in all this. Prismatic Ending is sorcery speed, which is a little bit awkward. I think it's still fine. Let's trim another Overlord, trim one Flage. What about Lockdown? Lockdown deals with a lot of their stuff. Maybe trim one. Just kind of trimming around the edges here. Maybe, yeah, let's try that. Not 100% on this one. See what we can do. Obviously going to be on the draw. But yeah, Witch Enchanter dealing with Saga is really, really nice. So this is turn. Hold up this forever. I'm gonna go for this. It's not amazing, but if we draw a land, it's really quite good. Okay, they find the blade. So yeah, we're just shocking in the Hallowed Fountain here. Do we run? Yeah, so this can actually go and get. So this, we need black on turn 2 though. So actually I think I'm just going to shock in the Hallowed Fountain. So we can consign. Their threat here. Okay, yeah. Draw another Overlord. So I'll just play the Shadowy Backstreet. We're not... yeah, we'll top that one. Will we consign a Kozilek's Command? I think so. So... if they go land... thing, equip, they can't start it, and then yes, I'm just going to consign this. I think I don't think they can start the combo next turn. Oh, maybe maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, there's that. So they can equip, but they can't start it. So now we can just go solid. Actually, I'm just going to go to Fairy. So we haven't got red mana. So let's grab Steam Vents. To Fairy. Return this. And yeah, now we're pretty safe. We have Solitude. Okay, they find the land. Could be Fleshraker, which is kind of scary. Okay, they equip. Yeah. Okay, so now we just Solitude. Exile this. Because, yeah, but I didn't think about that, but Ballista can... it does kickstart because it dies. Oh, hold on. What happened there? How did they... oh, oh, that was really dumb. So, with Solitude, I sacked first, which meant that a creature died, and then Broodscale. So the opponent gains infinite life here, I think. Is it infinite life? They're not gaining any life. So yeah, I don't know how they're doing that. So they're gaining infinite mana. Right, yeah. Oh, okay. They just have Emrakul in hand. So it's not game over. I just played really badly there. I needed to... I Solituded just incorrectly. I stacked it wrong. Solitude died. So the opponent was correct. Yeah, Solitude was on the stack, and then they were essentially at infinite life, but we do have an infinite combo. So I'm just not going to attack. But we can get Solitude back here, which beats Emrakul. They do cast the Overlord. Is this a May ability? Okay, so they return nothing. So we do get to get Solitude back. Oh, yeah, just disappointed with how I played there. We get to tank a hit from Emrakul. Yeah, I just missed the interaction with Solitude and stuff there. Okay, binding. This is protection from instants, so do this. Overlord. Oh, that was an error. Because, Saheeli. Okay, so we've got 4 types, so I can just go land binding actually. So we'll get Saheeli back. Land binding. Binding the Emrakul. So yeah, weirdly we are still in this, but yeah, would have been in a lot better position. Obviously, if after that they get Haywire Might, so they can get Emrakul back, but they haven't actually got the mana here. Oh, they do now. Okay, so they go Emrakul. We're not dead to 1 Emrakul swing. Probably don't want to play Saheeli though. Okay, binding again. So we need to do that one. So plus. So binding costs 2. So yeah, we can't play anything. We can go Parlor. Prismatic. I'm actually going to top that one. Because we have Teferi, so sorcery speed. Let's go binding. Binding the Emrakul again. They can equip one of these and then sack the other to deal with Teferi, but I don't think we're too worried about that. But then they just kind of have nothing. Okay, equip, sack this. I guess they equip, kill Teferi, but then we just prismatic ending this. Yep, Teferi down. Okay, prismatic ending here. Play Fae. I guess we play Saheeli actually. Scry 1. Yeah, I think that insulates us from this stuff. And then we can just keep scrying. Bottom that one. Clear up all the blades. Okay, so the opponent concedes. I obviously punted quite badly there, but we still managed to do the thing. You know, I mean, we don't have many Felidar Guardians left. I can't remember how many I sideboarded out, but it was at least 1. So, but you know, we weren't dead there, and yeah, just we'll take that as a lesson learned. Obviously, we do not want to repeat that, but Solitude dying, yeah, Blade of the Bloodchief triggers on any creature, so so yeah, does count for our Flage would do it as well, so we have to stack those triggers appropriately. I like to think it wouldn't happen in paper because I am always very good at saying, right, the evoke trigger goes on the sack first, so resolves last. But yeah, I was just lazy, just clicking as fast as I could through Modo. But yeah, lesson learned, and we'll move on to round number 3. Right, I'd like to play first. So this hand's really awkward, isn't it? Because this is a land, but it's kind of not. And it doesn't, well, it is a land, but it's not a land type for binding. So binding's kind of dead for a while. We could try and surveil into another land. I think I'm going to mulligan this. Yikes, this is even worse. Okay, so going to have to mulligan again. Always the way, you mulligan and then yearn for your 7. So yeah, we'll go to 5 here, and yeah, I mean it's slow, but so we're definitely putting 1 land back. It's got to be one of these 3 drops. I think it's just, I think I'm just going to bottom to fairy. Yeah, to fairy. Then if it's a deck that, you know, pumps out a load of stuff on turn before turn 3, we can lock down. If it's a deck that doesn't care about, we can fable. But yeah, that's, you know, I think that's correct. Let's say we're playing against Breach. Lockdown on 3 all of a sudden is very, very good. Probably go and fetch a surveil that. No, it's probably, we do need double white. So yeah, I'll actually just go and fetch the Abzan Triome here, I think. Thinking about how to sequence their stuff. Misty Rainforest could be a number of things. Steam Vents, so quite possibly Breach. Okay, there's Tamiyo, so glad we kept the lockdown. Definitely glad we kept the lockdown. They go 1 top, 1 bottom. This does give the impression that we're Boros, which is nice. Go and get the Triome. Okay, another land. So yeah, we want to go Mesa Pass. We are just going to lock down next turn, I think. Obviously, we want the opponent to play out a load more stuff. Whether they do or not. They can haywire my R lockdown, is of note. Well, Emery's pretty good because that does dodge it. You find a lot of stuff in there. Okay, Soul Guide Lantern's fine. If they hadn't got that Embry, I'd feel really quite good about our position. So let's go and get Plainswamp Forest. So let's just get Elegant Parlor. Now, I kind of want to draw that and then play Lockdown. Yeah, I'm going to top that one. Because otherwise they just crack the Lantern. So we're just using it as a... like a bad removal spell here. It's not bad. But like 3 mana Lightning Helix. Wouldn't be surprised to see the opponent crack a Soul Guide Lantern here. Although I guess it does reduce their artifact count. Okay, they Surveil. It's good to play against Breach. Expect to see this deck quite a lot. It's obviously... oh, they're playing Swan Song. You know, it's good to play against, because if you go to a tournament, expect to see this everywhere. It's just the most popular deck. And I think this deck is probably the entire reason why... oh, they have another Emery. Okay, there's a Breach. and a grinding station. But they can just rebuild with Emery is the problem. What's this? Land. We're probably dead to breach. No, because they don't have enough mana, right? Oh, they can just play Bauble. Yeah, they play Opal. Maybe I was meant to lock down, but yeah, there's Opal. Grinding station. Yeah, we're just dead. Because this, yeah, they just fetch. This makes the mana. They got 2 mana. Cast grinding station from the yard, and then they can cast Bauble and start the chain. Yep. Okay, so we want all of these things. Definitely. Lockdown's good. Solitude. Binding's probably good. Witch Enchant is good. I think I like the combo. Fable's probably a little slow. Ending's good. Binding's good. Overlord. Maybe Trim for these 3. What about Flage? Flage is actually probably quite a bit slow. I think this is probably one we want to try and win with the combo. Bring in a couple surgicals. Yeah, that's true. What about Consign? So Consign stops grinding station and some of their artifacts, but their artifacts aren't that great. But you know, countering a Bauble or a Mox Amber or something, I don't think is the game we want to play. Yeah, I think we'll just rely on the cards we brought in. Yep, we'll play first, and the hand is better, so we will keep this. Really want to find our next land. Gonna lead off with Thundering Falls, because then we can potentially Binding next turn. Okay, we're topping that one. Just, yeah, not gonna mess around. So outs they have to that. I mean, do we play it turn 1 if they leave a land uncracked is the question. I mean, yes is the answer. Okay, so I could Solitude this. I don't think we want to do that though. Actually, I think we do. Oh, opponent actually just missed activating their Bauble in the face of Stony Silence. They'd obviously just F6'd. So I think here, if it wasn't online and we were in paper, I would have just, and they'd cracked their Bauble, I would have just Solituded the Tamiyo, because we don't want this flipping. But now it's a lot harder to do. Because they could go Bauble, draw 1 in their turn, draw for, well, yeah, draw an upkeep, draw for turn, preordain, flip Tamiyo. But now we're, yeah, kind of fine. I'm trying to think of what they have that deals with Stony Silence. I mean, obviously Saga is good. So we'd like to draw land. Really like to draw land. Land? Another Stony Silence. Okay. I'm just going to play it. Do miss a land, it's unfortunate. But yeah, the answer to how they beat this is often just as a Saga construct us to death. Have to be careful of value breach as well. So fetch shock. I guess we should be potentially, if we draw temporary lockdown, we do not want a temporary lockdown. Get rid of Stony Silence. Okay, still no land is a bit troublesome, but we'll let them do their thing. We did see Swan Song, so I'm just going to binding right now. Binding here. I guess we have to be careful of Flame of Anor as well. Okay. Really like a land, so we could go something like ending, or see what they get here. Hopefully they don't have another Saga. Okay, so we are going to need to find, yeah, we just really need lands. Land? Okay, we do find a land. So let's go land. I think it's just ending here. Just to not take loads and loads of damage from our construct. From their construct, and then pass. Go and get a Surveil land. Probably just look for more lands. Still don't feel overly safe. Like, I don't think we worry about the Tamiyo just yet. Let's get, I think, just Elegant Parlor. Solitude. I mean, it is an answer. I think I'll graveyard it though. I think we want more lands. So this turn we're going to play the Fable. Okay, you find a land, which is nice. Fable. Okay, 5 cards in hand for the opponent. I guess the real thing is that I mean, this construct is now enormous. We Surveil. I mean, just block, right? Don't know, we'll decide. Like, they could heat the Goblin. They're really incentivized to make another construct here. I don't really want to Solitude. Okay, they get an Opal. Do they have another Saga? It's definitely possible I'm not meant to block here. But I could just go, no, because you don't want to lose the Flage. Yeah, so I'm just going to block. Not take 10. Then ending 1. Okay, so we draw a land. Which is good because I can now cast Solitude. So let's go discard Flage. Find Blood Crypt. Right, so yeah, I think we just play Mountain and pass. Then look to Solitude. One of these. Opponent got 6 cards in hand. We could just die to something here. Okay. Cast this. Like dead to Swan Song. Get rid of one of these. I think I'm actually just going to block the Haywire Might, because then we get to block again next turn. Go to 5. Although, we'll go to 5. I could have Flame of Anor, I suppose. Oh yeah, we go to 8 and then go to 10. So actually, yeah, that's pretty good. What have they got here? Could be Breach. Grape Shot. Okay, Grape Shot. So you're at risk of just being value breached, I guess. It's okay. If we find a fetch land... Actually, I think... Yeah, no, we're able to just go... ending Flage here. Okay, that's not bad either. So let's go ending here. White, and then we got red, red. Yep. And then we get to Flage. White, white, red, red. Kill Tameo. I think I'm going to play the land out, although we might Felidar this. Yeah, I think I'm just... Oh no, we'll play the land out, I think. Haven't got something here, maybe. So yeah, we're interested... So the way the opponent has to kind of kill us here, I guess. They need to go like Breach, Grape Shot or something. Can't see too much that they can do. Okay. I guess actually what we do is go Felidar Guardian. Play Felidar Guardian, because I think... So if we go Felidar Guardian, Blink Leyline Binding. And then we can copy this whenever we want. We start getting rid of their tokens. Play our land. Because yeah, now we can just blink Felidar Guardian whenever we like. I think I'm just gonna do it now to save our Stony Silence. Yep. Okay, so Flage's actually pretty good there. Do we want to change anything? I did cut Fable as well. Temporary lockdown. Yeah, I think we'll just run it back. Right, interesting hand. I think we can keep this. We've got binding on 2 and we have a surgical. Maybe we're meant to mulligan for something like Stony, but we're not, you know, we have one part of the combo as well, which is nice. See, the opponent mulls 6. Which was Bauble. Okay, draw. Basic land's fine. We can get Abzan Triome here. Do our classic Abzan Triome into either Steam Vents or Thundering Falls. Steam Vents if we want to cast Overlord, obviously. Thunder Junction Surgical Extractions. Okay, they bauble us. Okay, Saga is a problem. Rumble. They hit Stomping Ground, Tameo, Otawara, Heat. See what they take here. Okay, Spawn. They take Otawara. I guess that is an answer to... Oh, okay. Well, they have Otawara in hand. Get the Triome. Well, that's pretty good. Let's go land. I'm just going to play it. Obviously, they can Otawara it at some point. But, it's, you know, that costs quite a lot of mana. Stops this as well. So again, we need to deal with the Urza's Saga plan. They may choose to Otawara here. Teferi is... So if we go Teferi, bounce Saga, I don't think we want to do that just yet. So I think we do this. Go get Steam Vents, play Overlord. Impend. Black. 1. It's pretty obvious we have binding, I suppose. See if we blind hit anything. We do. We hit Saheeli. So that is the combo, potentially. At some point. Okay, so they're going to make a construct, probably. So the question is, what do we want to do? So that's 2-2 at the moment. I think we let it go. And then we binding it end of turn. It's very tempting to surgical the Saga here. We do know they have Otawara in hand. No, I think that's fine. I think I'll save surgical for something else. Okay, 4. So yeah, we'll just cast binding. Binding here. And then I'm just going to go... Ooh, Solitude's a nice draw. Teferi. Bounce the... bounce the construct. Hopefully draw a land. Another Stony. Okay. Could Solitude the construct, but don't think so. I wonder if I'm now meant to surgical Saga. They do find a land, so they do have access now to Otawara. So they could go... I mean, we could just Solitude here. But we have another Stony in hand, so... I think this is fine. Like, they're just going to think about Otawara-ing and then going off. But I think we can just go untap plus play Stony. And then, I don't know, I think it might just be then Surgical Urza Saga. And we're sat with behind 2 Stony Silences. I guess they could Stony now? Sorry. Oh, Jace. Okay. They mill and draw. So we do need an answer to that. Okay, find a land, which is good. That's plus. Thundering Falls. What do we think about Fable? Actually, I guess we just go graveyard this and then place a Saheeli, because then next turn we can win the game. Oh, don't tell me we haven't got the right mana. White. Ah, these can't make the right stuff. That's really annoying. Okay, in that case we just play another Stony. And pass. And then I think I'm just going to Surgical. So we'll go Draw Steps, Surgical Saga. Okay, so they have a pretty decent hand. Okay, they have Breach. They have the combo in hand. I think that's fine. Like, we have 2 silences. So we now don't have to worry about Breach. Sorry. So we play the Misty. So up Otawara, so they can't Otawara here. Because they have... Okay, they failed to find though, so they can't now do that. Gonna Rumble. Hitting. They choose Emery. Okay. So, what do we want to do here? We could go Felidar. Felidar doesn't die to Lightning Bolt. What if we go Felidar, Blink? I think it's just Felidar, Blink. Leyline Binding. Binding Jace. Play land. Graveyard. And then we win the game next turn, potentially. I mean, I suppose they have Otawara to deal with our combo, but... Okay, so they have to, I guess they have to be super careful. Because at any point we can just go Saheeli and win. So they have to hold up Otawara. I suppose if we find an untapped land... Okay, they bolt to Fairy, so... They now still do have access to Otawara. I'm going to go Emery is also fine for Otawara. So we will be dealing with Emery here, hopefully. Lockdown. Okay, we don't want to do that. So let's just go, oh, I guess we go Solitude, exile this. Evoke first, get rid of Emery. Now, will they play Otawara here? I suppose you could have just cast Solitude. I mean, yeah, the opponent may well just flicker the Felidar Guardian here. Okay, yeah, they bounce that, which makes sense. But now we just get to... So we could play the Guardian. They have Breach, Grinding Station in hand. We could just cast the Overlord as well. Attack for 10 next turn. They do have Breach. Could Impend. Yeah, I think we'll do that instead. Return. Oh, we can return to Fairy, which is nice. Or Solitude. Let's do to Fairy. And then we'll just bounce Tamiyo. Okay, that's pretty good. Maybe we should have gone for the combo there, but don't know if they breach. But they can't. The thing with breach into double Stony Silence. Like they can cast. I guess they. No, because they don't. They don't make the mana is the thing. So now we win in a couple of turns because this turn, I mean, we have to Fairy out. We can go attack with Overlord. Attack with Overlord, play Felidar Guardian. And then Orims chant them in their turn. Okay. So that should be fine. Draw ending plus. And then obviously to Fairy. Stops them casting spells in our turn, so yeah. We'll grab a Solitude. Then we can just play Felidar Guardian, flicker the other one. Yeah, let's flicker this. Yeah, get that back. And get, there must be something good in here. So we've got Solitudes. Get another Solitude. Pass the turn, and then we just Orims chant them in their turn. Untap, slam Saheeli, that's enough. Okay, they have another Boseiju. Go and get a land. Yeah. So they have 2 cards in hand, but yeah, we have the Orims chant. Make it so that you can't cast spells. Yep, and then we just Prismatic Ending, and we actually just have 11 damage. So yeah, really happy with that. I mean, we found double Stony Silence every time. I might even want more of those because yeah, I think our deck's good at dealing with the rest of the stuff. So yeah, we're 3-0. See you for round 4. Right, on the draw here for round number 4. I'm going to keep this one. 3 lands. We've got Leyline Binding on turn 2. We also have a Solitude. Thundering Falls. Puts a card on top. Okay, another land, not really what we want. Or well, I guess we do want to get to. Do want to get to 4 mana and potentially 5 for Solitude. I'm just going to go and get the Abzan Triome here. We do have another Do we have another Triome? No, we don't. So yeah, we'll just go and get Triome. Okay, lots of lands. Let's get Thundering Falls with this Bloodstained Mire. Okay, no fetching from the opponent. I don't think we're going to blink first and jam Fable into... Okay, definitely bottoming another land. Okay, finding a lot of land here. Haven't drawn a single non-land. We'll top that one. I think at some point want to resolve Fable. Okay, Flame Venor, so it's drawing 2, which is fine. So yeah, it's a blue-red wizard sort of control deck by the looks of things. They have fetched double island, so we might need to be afraid of Blood Moon. Okay, draw the Guardian. No point in playing that really. I don't want to just play out Fable into counter spell. Or, you know, could also be like a Spell Pierce or something. But I think if we wait, we can potentially... I mean, at just some point, it's going to cast Solitude. They shock in there. Yeah, we'll Surveil again. Prismatic Ending. Don't think we want that one. Witch Enchanter. Okay. So I think, yeah, we can potentially just Solitude here to start the clock going. Probably it's a counter spell, but it's probably not doing much more for us than that. I mean, it could just eat removal, but again, we're kind of fine with that. Okay, they're going to target Flame of Anor here. Yeah, so we'll just let them draw 3 cards. If they don't do it, then fine. It's not draw 3, it's draw 2. Do this first in case they decide to, if they draw Subtlety or something. I think if it's time to fetch a basic Plains, Solitude. Solitude, the Snapcaster Mage. Solitude probably just eats a Lightning Bolt or a Discharge, but yeah, we're fine with that. Okay, so Blood Moon is a little bit annoying here for us. To immediately draw Leyline Binding. So let's go this one. Attack with Solitude. Okay, they have Discharge. So, because we can obviously Witch Enchanter or Binding the Blood Moon, but I want to wait because actually Leyline Binding costs 4, so go for it here. See how many counter spells the opponent has in hand. Yep, protecting that, which makes sense. If we can draw a land here. Okay, so we could go land, Witch Enchanter, Binding Fable. Yeah, I think we'll play that as a land. Cast our Fable. Okay, that one just resolves. Okay, Lightning Bolt. So we'll go for another Leyline Binding here. I suppose maybe we should have done that at Sorcery Speed. Okay, they let that one resolve. Tishana's Tidebinder. Okay. Okay, so we're definitely discarding Lockdown. I think just Lockdown. We draw another Binding. So we could play Felidar Guardian. We could play Witch Enchanter. I kind of want to hold up Binding again. Just trying to get rid of the opponent's counter spells. Okay, another counter spell. So I'm going to go for one of these two things here. Flage is nice. So we could go for, I think it's just Witch Enchanter. Yeah, let's go Witch Enchanter. Maybe we should have saved Witch Enchanter for... Okay, well that unlocks our hand a bit there. I think I'm just going to impend. See what the opponent has to say about that. They've got 3 cards in hand. Okay, now they have Snapcaster Mage for counter spell. That's okay. I guess Snap, yeah. I'd imagine they'll Snap counter that one. That's fine. Okay, so they have 1 card in hand. I will be blocking with Witch Enchanter. There you go, 2 on the bottom. Hopefully not another... Okay, Flame of Nora is an excellent draw, obviously. They've got 3 cards in hand. We get an 8. Draw Felidar Guardian. Let's go Flage. Yeah, we can go like this. Hit Tidebinder. Go to 11. And yeah, I'm just going to escape it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't actually matter too much what we exile in this deck. The only thing, well, we want to keep creatures. Okay, the opponent has a counterspell again, but obviously we can just keep casting Flage from the graveyard. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. They've gone through 1, 2, 3 counterspells. Another Fable, which is actually quite nice. Let's get Flage. Get exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Snapcaster Mage. Okay, play the Fable. That one resolves. See if they have a removal spell. Hopefully they have another Snapcaster Mage. There's quite a lot of those gone as well. Yeah, 2 Snappies gone. Yeah, just definitely blocking here. Oh, is it really bolt and bolt? Okay, well, that's pretty good. Don't really know what we could have done differently there. We didn't show them the combo, which is nice. Dreadnought Magistrate is probably not that great. We do like Mystical Dispute. Don't think Surgical's that good. Don't really like Prismatic Ending. We can't Prismatic Ending a Blood Moon. Oh, Temporary Lockdown's just terrible. So I think do that. Bring in these. Maybe a Dreadnought Magistrate. It's only Surgical, but maybe that's good enough. Don't really want Consign. Yeah, I'll bring in the Magistrate. Right, unfortunately we're going to have to mulligan this one. Overlord on 2 is one of the better ones against control decks like this. They don't usually have a way to deal with it. These hands are just not that great. They've mulled 6 as well. We're going to keep this. I think we'll bottom the basic mountain. Lead off with our normal normal Abzantriome into blue-red land. Actually, I wonder if we're meant to aggressively fetch basic planes. We probably are at some point, but we don't need to. We'll do that as our 3rd land, probably. Which enchanter's fine. They went 2 on the bottom with their Preordain. Obviously Teferi is a very good card in this matchup. I think we will Surveil now. Don't really want another Solitude. Don't really want another land either. Not just going to jam Teferi into 2 open mana. Opponent bin sink into stupor, so probably got lands. So don't need to cast. Don't need to fetch our basic planes yet. We can afford to just get another Surveil land. Oh, okay. I should have played around that. It's not too bad because now we get to land Teferi potentially. If we get forced or subtletied, obviously that's horrendous. Yep, it's just been a while since I played against Tidebinder, but yeah, we did see it game. Would they have done this if they didn't have force or subtlety? Oh, okay, that just resolves. I mean, we will bounce this. Yeah, I suppose we could have actually gone. Yeah, they already had. No, they didn't have energy, so we could have plussed. Another Teferi. So if we go Saheeli plus, I think we just jam another Teferi to stop them tide binding. Or they'll just counterspell. If they just run out the okay, subtlety. I'm gonna put it on top, I think. Will they tie bind to their own thing? In which case I think we'll probably Solitude. No, I don't think so. Notably, this does lose flying. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. I kind of just want to cast Flage. I'm going to shoot the Tidebinder because of Flame Veneer. I mean, this does gain flying back, but okay, they get to draw some cards. Doesn't really do too much though. We gain some life, which is key. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Well, we've got some good stuff in hand, but need to be able to deploy it. Probably just going to run out the Teferi here. Unless we draw a land. That's a bit awkward. I'm going to run out Teferi, I think. That's amongst the best possible for our opponent. I think we put it on the top again. And then we'll... I guess I'm just going to Solitude now. If the opponent has a counter spell, but they can untap and find like another Tidebinder, so... we do have the, maybe we can't actually cast Flage, which is annoying. Teferi's on the top. I'm going to just cast Teferi here. And yeah, pray the opponent doesn't have... Okay, they Flame of a Gnaw to draw 2 cards. Play a land. I mean, we're going to play this Teferi. Otherwise, we're pretty dead. I suppose we could play... Oh no, we can't play Flage. Need to draw a red source for that. Don't really want to go down on any more life either. Surgical Extraction to Fairy. Okay, well that's pretty good knowing that there's one on top. So now we just have to play Fable. Hope they don't have Bolt or a Flash threat. Play the Fable. It resolves. No blocks. Has the opponent drawn Lightning Bolt? Looks like it might be a little bit flooded. Okay, we draw Mesa, which obviously we discard. I think I'm just discarding both of these. Leyline Binding is actually pretty good. Okay, they kill that, which means we can't play Flage, unfortunately. So I'll play Elegant Parlor, which does let us play Flage next turn at least. Red. No, we have to put that into the graveyard. Because we can't hold it up anyway. Like if I could hold that up for something. They put one on top, which isn't good. So in the opponent's upkeep. Cast Binding. But they probably just put Snapcaster or Bolt on top. Yep. Just bolted out the match. Yeah, I don't know. That felt quite bad, but I don't think it should have been necessarily. Yeah. Maybe we're meant. We don't really have much graveyard hate. Maybe I was meant to bring in Surgical Extraction. Okay, well we take our first loss, but yeah, we'll move on to the 5th and final round. Right, to be on the play. An easy mulligan here. Yeah, this hand's good. I think we're going to keep... we'll keep this. I'm going to bottom the Solitude. Lead on a shadowy back street. See what we can surveil. So next turn we just play the Overlord and then play Fable. opponent thinking in response to this? Felidar Guardian. Yeah, that's fine to have on top. I've got this Overlord. We've got things to pair it with. It's part of the combo. Notably, I don't think we've won a single game with the combo, which does make me wonder if it's worth it. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe some games we've been threatening it, which has affected how the opponent plays. But yeah. So this turn we're going to go. We got Plain Swamp, so we need Island Mountain. So we'll just go grab a Steam Vents. Depends what the opponent does a little bit, but ideally, I just want to grab Steam Vents. We'll grab it from Flooded Strand. So yeah, Flooded Strand, Steam Vents. Just impend the Overlord, and then we can potentially fetch a basic and play Fable. Right, opponent leads Flagstone's Ether Vial. So this is not the mirror, but yeah, it's black-white. So let's go Flooded Strand, get a Steam Vents, and impend our Overlord. So we can find Saheeli here, which would be potentially turn 4 combo, but obviously that's yeah, dependent on the opponent runs lots of solitudes and ways to get them. But yeah, see what we put into the graveyard. Right, Overlord trigger. So we hit a Flage. Do we just want to keep that in the graveyard? No, I think I'm just going to leave the Flage in the graveyard. They play Emperor of Bones, which is actually quite good. They can, yeah, get rid of our Flage. Oh, ending's nice. I'm just going to ending now, I think, rather than develop our Fable, because otherwise they could go Emperor of Bones, get our Overlord. Yeah, if they go Emperor of Bones, exile our Overlord, attack for 5, get something from their graveyard. This is pretty horrendous for us. Okay, Flagstones. I can go and grab another Plains. Back Street. So this probably means they don't have White Orchid Phantom. Okay, they've played the Trawler. Or they're planning on phantoming us. Right, what do we want? I could get Abzan Triome. In case we draw Binding. Yeah, I think that's fine. We do have another land. Might just play Felidar Guardian here. Like, play Felidar Guardian, blink the Overlord is pretty good. Or we could play Fable. I think I'm just going to play the Guardian. Yep, flicker the Overlord. Yes, we will grab Saheeli. Pass the turn. Okay, so the opponent did put one on top. But now they've just got to deal with all of this, and you know, if they deal with a combo, they can't deal with Overlord. They play their own Overlord. They don't find a Solitude. Oh, okay, 3 mana though. They're going to go and get Recruiter. They're They're going to put Recruiter into play, and then they can... Okay, Skyclave, that works as well. Doesn't work to... yeah, it does work for that one. We gain some life there. 1 card in hand. I'm just going to cast a Fable. Okay, pass the turn. The question is, do we block? Probably. I'm going to block here. Get our 4/4. Prismatic Ending. I think now I'm just going to discard the Saheeli. Okay, find a land. Crash in. I wonder if I'm meant to play another Fable. I think just holding up Solitude's better now. Looks like the opponent's a little bit flooded. I wonder if I'm meant to just flash in Solitude. I'm going to go for it. Oh, we're attacking for 7 on the crackback. Well, we draw another Solitude as well. Okay. Attack with everything. They have their own Solitude. They do. Yep. See if they block. Yeah, that's fine. Given that they can draw Flicker Wisp, can we make all colours? Red, blue, white, black. Yeah, we can. Prismatic Ending. I think this is fine. Yeah. Get rid of the Overlord. Don't really want them Flicker Wisping it. Okay, Fatal Push, that's fine. So now we just slam Fable. We'll hold on to the Godless Shrine to discard to Fable. Opponent Ether Vial up to 5. I guess that lets them... Well, Witch Enchanter's quite good. Lockdown. Not the best. Okay, opponent blocks. Am I meant to lock down the Vial? What else do they... No, I think we'll leave that. Play the Godless Shrine now and pass. Yep, for that reason. Although... Actually, I think I'm meant to just Solitude here. Solitude the Phantom. Like start beating in a bit more. It's now kind of a race to who can find Overlord. Can we draw any cheap creatures? Not really. Let's get Saheeli Rai, because we can flicker either of these. Okay, opponent can see is, yeah, it was kind of a race to see who could draw their Overlord first. So bring in all of our consigns again and cut. Prismatic ending is fine. Can't remember what I actually cut last time. Teferi's probably good. Actually, no. I think we. Yeah, I'm recording this for the following day. I think we did win a game or two with the combo yesterday. Oh, it's still the lockdowns out. And then I think I want. Yeah, we want Teferi. Do we want Orim's Chant? Yes. Oh, Binding's a bit of a liability. Yeah, let's go with that. So with Consign against this deck, I think I mentioned before, you can consign the trigger to bring stuff back from Philia or Flickerwisp, and it's just gone forever. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit ropey. But we have Consign and we have these two, which is nice. Okay, another Consign. So we'll just lead on our fetch land and we'll... Yeah, I'll go and grab the Surveil land here, I think. Double Ether Vial is fine. I also kind of just want to leave up fetch, but we'll graveyard that one. Don't need another Saheeli. Let's play the Triome and pass. Don't think the opponent plays any 1-drops, just activating their vial. So yeah, a couple of consigns. It's interesting. Not going to be jamming Thoughtseize anytime soon. Boggart Troller's fine. Notably, we can Solitude and keep the Solitude around if we want. Solitude Exile Felidar. Drawing the basic is not very good. Could just play Saheeli here. Saheeli, Fetch Shock Saheeli plus. But I think we want to play it one behind curve. So this turn hold up Consign. Next turn play Saheeli hold up Consign, and then play Felidar hold up Consign. Opponent's only got 3 cards in hand. They did bin a Fatal Push as well. 2 mana, we're thinking Philia. We'd actually really quite like it to be Philia and then blink blink an Overlord. Okay, they activate Ether Vial again. They don't run any 1-drops. I think things have been written before on when to blank tap your Ether Vial. Flickerwisp. Okay, so we can consign. Oh, we can consign that for it to bring back that. Actually, we can probably kick a consign both. No, we can't, because Flickerwisp will come back in first. I think I'm going to consign the one that brings back a land. Oh no. We can actually just cast with Replicate. What happened there? Cast with Replicate this. Okay. And then they just don't get the land or the Flickerwisp back, which is obviously a pretty big blowout here. So we want more. Yeah, we'll go and get Hallowed Fountain here. Now we can't actually play Saheeli without risk of it just dying. Maybe we're meant to take another shot from this. I think we can just go Blood Crypt tapped, and then we can do a load of stuff in their end step. See what they bring in here as well. They activate this. Nothing. They have 2 cards in hand. So what we can do is Solitude, pitch, Solitude. Well, I kind of want to hold up Consign. Yeah. So don't flicker anything. So I think we're just going to go for Saheeli now. Ooh, Teferi. Teferi's not great. Well, it does pitch to Solitude, which is a big plus. So let's just go Saheeli. Scry 1. No, I don't think it's time for Fable. Okay, opponent's just not putting anything in, so they don't have a. They must have Solitude in hand. So I'm going to tip this up to 5. Maybe we're meant to play Teferi, bounce this. Attacking me with everything. Oh, they flick us a Saheeli. That's fine. Do I just Solitude now? Taking... I think that's okay. Go to 3. Opponent hasn't been tapping this one. So I think now we can just slam Velidar Guardian. Drawing a land there is actually quite nice. We want to hold up blue and 1. So let's go Velidar Guardian. So yeah, this is the combo obviously. We have Consign up. So, and another thing we can do is, yeah, so we can, if they say activate Vial, put in Skyclave Apparition, we could just generate another mana here. Because there's no point in doing Saheeli. So now we go create a token that's a copy. They play Philia, sure. Legend rule. Oh, Fatal Push. Okay, that is rough. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Didn't actually think about Fatal Push. So what we're going to have to do here is Solitude, pitch, Teferi. Yeah, Solitude, pitch, Teferi. Consign our Solitude, trigger and block. We'll obviously wait until they attack because we probably want to keep hold of Saheeli. Okay, they have 1 card in hand, 5 and 3. I was playing around Vial, but I did just forget about Fatal Push. Okay, they attack us with everything. They're not going to flick a Saheeli this time. Let that one resolve. Okay, so we'll go Solitude, exile, Teferi. Put the evoke trigger on first, and then we'll eat the Boggart Trawler. Is it worth consigning here? So we consign block. Yeah, I think so. Block here. Go to 6. Opponent plays a land. We can fetch a surveil land. Another Saheeli. Don't want that one. But we untap with an active Planeswalker. That's a good draw. What does that minus do? Ultimate. Search your library for 3 artifacts with different names. Put them onto the battlefield. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. I think rarely used. Yeah, we're going to want that one. Because we can impend that next turn and win the game. I might even binding the Ether Vial here. See what they do with that. But which Ether Vial do we binding? They do put one on top. I think I'm just going to binding the one on 3 because we have Solitude. I think this is worth it. So we have Solitude, but this can do Solitude or, yeah, I think it's that one. Because Solitude disrupts our combo just as much as 3 like Skyclave Apparition, and they run more Solitudes. Yeah, they take this up to 4, so I think they've. Oh, Emperor of Bones actually only triggers at the beginning of combat, so we've drawn thingy, so yeah, we just cast this Solitude because we know what we've got on top. We don't want them. Okay, they adapt, which is fine, but now they're tapped out. Can't think of anything on 4 mana that deals with what we're trying to do. Impend this. Yeah, get Felidar Guardian back. Win the game with the combo. Okay, well, we played against the black-white deck twice, and it felt really good. Oh, that's huge. Felt really good matchup. Like, we just have sideboard haymakers. You know, 4 Consign was just nuts. You know, so yeah, that's just really, really good. We have all the cards that kind of matter in the matchup: Overlord and Solitude, while also threatening an infinite combo. I think the opponent potentially got unlucky, but Flays is really, really good as well. So yeah, really happy with that. I think the deck was really good. I think the mana base could maybe do with some work, but yeah, shout out to the pilot. I'm afraid I can't remember. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.